Hi and welcome to the Cult TV Sofa. This is a reaction video for the 17th episode of Season 2 of Babylon 5 called Knives. You can now see the full reaction for this video on my Patreon channel, along with lots of other goodies. Links are in the description below. Last time we saw the station becoming slightly overwhelmed by the amount of non-refugees coming through. Excuse me. Looking through the crew on board the ship Sheridan's wife was on before it was destroyed, Garibaldi recognises Mr. Morden and tells the captain that he's on the station at the moment. As he's leaving, security ask Mr. Morden if he wouldn't mind having a word with them. The captain spends a long time interrogating him and says he will not leave until he gets some answers. The new Ministry of Peace from Earth sends a representative to the station to ask some of the crew to wear an armband to show that they are part of the Night Watch, a group of people keeping an eye out for any problems. Amongst others, Delenn and Kosh tell the captain that he needs to release Mr. Morden. They explain that he's working for the Shadows, an old alien race that have been building their forces to start a new great war. All of the first ones, species that have been around for billions of years, have left now, except for the Vorlons. But they're not ready to fight the Shadows yet, so Morden has to go free. Scanning the room Mr. Morden is in, Sheridan sees that he's not alone in there and decides to let him go. Sheridan then asks Kosh to train him to fight the Shadows. So let's see what happens in this episode. I'm going to put any relevant trivia that I find over here, and at the end of the reaction I'll be discussing what happened and my thoughts about it. And I'm going to start it in 3, 2, 1. Oh, flippin' heck. They got that aimed right, didn't they? That's cool. That's a nice shot. But I don't know. Space is such a premium on the station. I don't think they'd have a baseball court like that. Court. Baseball. Don't know what you call it, but a baseball area like that. Don't know. It doesn't seem quite right. I could understand something like a stadium, a multi-purpose stadium that can be used for multiple sports, events and things. That makes sense, but not because that's quite a big amount of space that's been taken up. It was quite a nice cool shot though, seeing the station in the background.
Swinging like you've had a rough day.
Get rid of some stress.
At least you didn't have to spend your day in the triangle. Strange lights, weird noises, people vanishing. Maintenance nicknamed it the B5 Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle.
Personally, I've never seen anything down there, but...
Foul ball.
Well, in that case, I'll have to take a look for myself.
Why?
Curiosity.
Holding.
That was quite cool. You could hear the computer saying, you know, new batter, foul ball, everything. I think when they started talking, Garibaldi sort of stood up, and I think he put his hand out, which is obviously some sort of indication that he wants to pause the game. So that's quite cool. That's a bit futuristic for when this was done. I think we could probably there probably is that sort of tech out there now to recognise hand movements to stop things like that in particular. I bet there's similar devices out there now, but that's quite cool.
Just don't go in there alone, okay?
Oh, that's half the fun of it.
Yeah, as chief of security, he's not going to be happy about him going on his own. Nice to see them bonding.
We don't write them like that anymore.
Oh,
How fitting you should die with a song on your lips.
that's a Narn, I think. Look like Narn, a Narn chin. If there's a baseball thing, really can't remember what they call it, area, I wonder if there's other species areas as well. So I think the Minbari invested quite a lot. I don't know if they do sports though. we've seen the gardens and things. Maybe that was their contribution, somewhere to meditate and to relax and clear their minds. That's quite possible, rather than a sport place. Oh, look like a Narn.
By all the gods, never play a trick like that on me again.
Forgive me.
That was a risky trick to play.
I want you to meet an old friend of mine. This is Urza Jado. And you shall tell me what happy miracle has brought you here to Babylon 5.
It's not going to be a good thing, is it? So he's gone down there on his own, into the Bermuda Triangle, basically. You're a security chief's nightmare, aren't you? Well, that's not a good sign.
You all right?
I'm going to think no.
Share it into Garibaldi.
Garibaldi.
Oh, I thought it wasn't going to work.
I've just found a...
Ah, I was right.
Garibaldi, I can't read you. There must be... Just get down here as soon as you can.
Well, with a medical team? I mean, yeah, assumed he was dead. But if he made a movement like that, there's a chance I might be able to save him. Ask for a medical team? Don't know what he did. There was some kind of effect that sort of went over his face. So it looks like something was transmitted or given to him in some way. Don't know what. Why was the... Can't remember what species that was. Was it Drazi? Oh, not sure. Why did he have a head injury? That implies someone did it. Don't know.
I've been attacked by aliens before, but never by dead ones.
So maybe next time you listen when I tell you not to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Sir.
Sir.
Simple post-mortem reaction. Dead bodies build up deposits of gas.
No, he went for the head.
Supposed to depart tomorrow. He's been staying in the Markab sector.
Markeb.
Cap? You alright?
Obviously not.
The doc is right about me needing some rest.
So it's safe. He's got special alcohol in there.
Our houses have been allied since the earliest days of the Republic.
Why does he call you Pasuliati?
In dueling societies, it is customary for each member to be given a fighting name by his comrades.
So what's happening to him? Sounds like my stomach. Okay. So I'm thinking he's seeing things. That's not going to be there. Yeah, it's not there.
Captain? You okay?
It was quick.
How'd you get here so fast?
Yeah.
I was on my way with the forensics report when E-Systems picked up gunfire in your quarters.
Convenient, but okay.
It almost killed me. I shot it.
No, you shot at it.
So what does forensics say?
Suicide.
Are you telling me he bashed his own skull in?
No, he was obviously seeing things and maybe hearing things, and he couldn't take it anymore, so he bashed his head in to try and get rid of it, but obviously killed himself. Stay away from pipes.
I mean, bioscans were all normal.
You would kind of think if someone's committed suicide, bashed their head in, he says that something happened, he was grabbed, and now he starts seeing things. Kind of put a few things together, and you'd be perhaps getting him to med bay to check him out.
And besides, why would he go to Grey Sector to practice his religion?
So there's something about the grey sector in particular.
I'll be in CNC if you need me.
Should be a med bay.
Have you still not found love?
Oh, there was someone, a dancer, named Adira.
He's talking about have you not found love, and there's a picture of his wife over his shoulder.
War with them was inevitable. They have given us little choice in the matter.
The Narn did not
Whatever you want
start
to believe.
this conflict.
Ooh.
They were forced into it by a faction within our own midst.
Okay, so he seems to have the same mindset as the Emperor, which is good, Because I was saying that all the all the Centauri we've seen have been similar to Londo, and they've been backstabbing, and it seemed weird that the Emperor was as he was if he was surrounded by people like that. So it's nice to see people with a different perspective on things that helps balance out the Londos. So yeah, that is good.
A resolution is about to be brought before the Centaurum, declaring me and my house traitors.
So he seems quite outspoken about what's going on, and he's just drawn too much attention. So yeah, he's going to be marked as a traitor. I can assume what the penalty is going to be for being a traitor on Centauri Prime.
And you know what that means.
It's got to be death.
What do you want me to do?
Stand up for him.
If you stand with me, I know I can save my family.
I'll do what I can.
Is Londo's help going to be enough? She looks confused or perplexed.
Everything in order?
Remarkably so.
Oh.
It's beginning to worry me.
Ah, that's why she's confused. Surely in his position, if he's seeing things like that, he should be sending himself to sick bay. He can't command a station like that if he's seeing things and having blurred vision like that. That's not good. I get that he's probably hard for him to admit that he's ill or something's wrong in his position. It shows weakness. But he has the entire station's firepower at his command, and all the lives of the people on the station under his at risk, or under his protection. Is that way of putting it. So he needs to be at top of his game. So that's not good.
What the hell?
Is that the Icarus? It's the ship his wife was on.
Station 6. Go to Hypertrack. I want that whole area scanned right now.
What area, sir? Captain? Is something wrong?
Yeah.
I have to see to something.
Medbay? And shouldn't she be kind of forcing his hand a bit? She probably has the authority to...
And then in CNC,
okay, he is there, but Ivanova has the ability, I can't think of the right word, but to remove him from command and send him to sickbay if she thinks he is ill or something's wrong, which there obviously is.
I saw the Icarus. It was a science ship. My wife was aboard.
Put you on medical leave for a few days.
Yes.
Oh, no, impossible.
Yeah?
This is going to monitor any abnormalities in your system function.
It's quite big.
Enjoy yourself. That is an order.
Yep, I think that's justifiable.
You know, you're just like your father.
Well, thank you.
Oh, interesting. I wasn't sure if he'd appreciate that or not.
My house and his have been allied since the earliest days of the Republic. I will stand up for him.
That is unfortunate.
Who would have thought it would be known that Londo's house is so closely tied to the other one that they would have spoken to Londo about it, warned him to keep his distance from his friend for these reasons. The fact that he doesn't know anything about it's a bit weird. I just would have thought Reefer would have warned him that there was stuff going on, in particular about this, just because they are so closely aligned.
House Jado is crumbling, and anyone who defends it will crumble as well.
That's why I should have warned him.
Perhaps you are forgetting who made your plan a reality and how it was done.
If you insist on clinging to the coat of a doomed man, there is little I can do. But I will try.
But there is one thing. He came through Sector 14 on his way here.
So he picked something up.
Isn't that restricted?
That's right. Ever since the incident last year with Babylon 4.
Babylon 4. I thought that was destroyed.
Oh, they haven't told him.
Force decided to confiscate all the records for their investigation.
Urza always knew how to throw a banquet. Come.
So Urza's throwing a party of some kind. I assume to kind of cement his backers, or to raise backers and awareness. That's risky for all the people who are there. If Urza is going down basically for treason, they could all be targeted or monitored as well.
And when I announce our alliance against those who seek to dishonor my house and our republic, they will make sure word is spread.
He didn't say anything about alliance. He said he'd speak up for you. And now Reefer has warned him about the way things are. I don't think an alliance is on the cards.
Lord Reefer promised.
Reefer!
With his help, we
I will get no help.
He's the one doing it all.
It was he who had the resolution brought before the Centaurum. Knowledge is a basic tool of politics. Mine is considerable.
Mine is negligible.
You cannot build an empire based on slaughter and deceit.
Well, you can, but slaughter and deceit of others. British Empire is a pretty good model for that. Obviously, it fell apart after a while, but that's pretty much how they built the empire, was slaughter. Not sure. There must have been deceit. I'm not sure about the deceit part, but definitely slaughter.
It is the blade I carried at Garage. I meant it as a symbol of our alliance.
Meant it.
By the loss of the Coro Prido, I challenge you to the Marago.
You would fight me to the death, Urza?
So he's challenged him to a sword fighting duel to the death. Don't know what the winner gets. I know what the loser gets. I don't know what the winner gets, though. Is there, by their rules, are they... I don't know. No, we don't know. Maybe the power or the house is absorbed into his house, so he might be able to... He'd have more influence. Not sure. He said they're sword fighting buddies. Don't know how good either of them are. It sounds like his friend's quite good. Don't know how good Londo is. Nice effect.
What do you want?
Did that medical sensor pick anything up from that?
Mom. Dad.
Yes.
Franklin to Sheridan.
It did.
Garibaldi.
This is Dr. Franklin. Do you know where the captain is?
What's wrong, Doc?
Suppose and say, "What's up, Doc?"
Delta One, why are you prepping for launch?
Just going out for a little spin. There's no need to worry. Authorization code Gamma 66Z9er. Override locking controls.
If he's been relieved of command temporarily for medical reasons, don't know. Part of me thinks his command codes would have been, I don't know, frozen, or you wouldn't think he'd be allowed to just carry on doing all this sort of stuff if he's been relieved for medical reasons.
Ivana to Garibaldi.
Garibaldi to go after him. I do like the costumes for the whole the whole show, but the Centauri in particular. There's so much attention to detail into the styling of them and making it consistent across the board. It's very well done.
In all our duels together, you never could match me, Akutari.
Right.
In all our duels together, my life was never in jeopardy.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's different to fight normally than it is to fight for your life.
Delta 2 to Delta 1. Garibaldi, is that you? It's one and the same. Mind telling me what you're doing? Giving someone a lift.
Draw your swords with purpose and sheathe them with honor.
They look more ceremonial swords than actual fighting swords, though. Pretty sure they can still do some damage, though. Oh, they both got the same top on So that must be ceremonial. And they got gloves on. So it's like a dueling style.
Computer scan for any unusual phenomena.
Unable to comply. Sensors malfunctioning due to high level of tachyon particles.
That'll be the unusual phenomena.
The hell?
Well, this isn't good. We know the problems that happened when Babylon 4 disappeared. This forward momentum's carrying him in.
Computer, lock on to Delta 1. Prepare to grapple.
Unable to lock on. Signal unstable.
Manual.
Nice and easy. That's it. Yeah! Alright!
Okay, so the grapple, I assumed it was going to come out and they could like fire and grapple on, but it looks like it's fixed. And it looks like that bit at the back of the Star Fury is specifically designed to be latched onto so they can tandem up ships like that, or tow them anyway. But that seems a bit weird that they couldn't actually fire it and lock on, or maybe it's just because maybe it can fire normally, but because it couldn't automatically do, maybe it's manually a nightmare to do it. So he just literally got really close and just did it that way. Not sure, but it's cool though.
Babylon 5, the Garibaldi. Bringing our wandering captain home.
Thing is, the captain's not responding. He has no idea what's happened to him. And if I remember rightly, it's about 2 hours, I think, to get to where Babylon 4 was. I think it was about 2 hours. It's going to take some time anyway to get back to Babylon 5. I would have requested some kind of ship or shuttle be sent out with a medical personnel on board to meet us, so that they can start checking that the captain's alright, then carry on the way back. It's a bit odd.
Age has not dimmed your skill, Passerelle.
No use, Sculptura.
They're both tired. There's probably heavy swords, so yeah, they would be tiring out. I'd have tipped my head forward and sort of tickled his nose with my hair like that, with their hair, so you could, make him sneeze. That'll put him off. Ooh, gonna go down. He did leave himself open. Oh, that's horrible. Yeah, he was gonna drill the sword down so it would basically go through into the body and through. Oh, that's horrible. I know there's no nice way to be stabbed, but that's a really horrible way. You'd feel it all the way through your body.
My family. I could not let them share my disgrace.
He left himself open on purpose.
And you will see they are protected.
I promise it.
He let Londo kill him. Well, that's going to boost Londo as well now. No, people knowing that he won a battle against a traitor. So that's only going to help him as well now.
It was a life form. Sentient, but completely alien. Well, he must have come through that rift in Sector 14 and somehow wound up in that Markab's body.
Okay.
The images I got. Fear, loss, home.
His parents, home.
I was actually seeing what it felt.
Right.
Completely different from every alien species we know. Possibly gaseous in nature, or maybe even pure energy.
Looked more energy than gaseous.
You're discovering a whole new life form here.
It's gone now.
Be able to contact it again?
No thanks. I prefer to be only slightly insane.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
By the laws of the Morago, the victor must accept the loser's family as part of his own.
So, if his friend had won, Londo's family, everything would have become part of a traitorous house. But if Londo wins, they all come over under his protection and name. So yeah, that's why he did it. Sacrificed himself
cannot be harmed by the resolution passed against Urza. I have made many choices lately, Veer. And today, for the first time, I'm not sure those choices were right.
It's a bit worrying that it's the first time he's worried if the choices were right. There've been many choices he's made that he should have had doubts about.
The blood is already on my hands.
Has been for a long time.
I must follow the path to its end.
You can still change. Okay. That was a reasonable episode. I think the alien in Sheridan's head was a little weak storyline. But it was the Londo one was interesting. Particularly for, well, I don't know if Londo is aware of it now. I think he is, that he thinks he's the one in power. He's the one. He has the ability to make these attacks happen and to make things happen. So he thinks he's in power, but like he said, he's out of touch of what's going on the Centauri homeworld, and it's actually looks like Reefer is pulling all the strings, and he's the man doing stuff there. And Londo's actually the puppet, really. So yeah, I think Londo's seeing that now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Yeah, and his friend sacrificed himself, basically for his family. He knew his fate was sealed. He's going to be marked as a traitor. Once Londo had said that he's friends with Reefer, he knew that's it. He's got no chance, no hope. So sacrificed himself to save his family. That's a big thing. Yeah. I'm surprised they hadn't told the captain about what happened to Babylon 4. I'm surprised, as captain of the station, he wasn't told by EarthGov. I understand Garibaldi said they swept it under the carpet and kept it secret. But I would have thought in his position, he would have been told about it, just because he'd probably need to know. But yeah, that's a bit weird. I mean, do a hunt. Oh, how many people were on Babylon 4 that they rescued? I think it was hundreds. They set multiple ships, so it was many hundreds. They can't. Well, I was about to say they can't silence that number of people, but who knows what happened to them? Maybe they can silence them. Literally, yeah. Who knows? So that was a bit odd. But yeah, not a bad episode. Not one of the best, but just a few little insights here and there. Interesting. It'd be interesting to see what happens in the next couple of episodes about that, as they sort of fall out from what Londo's now seen and thinks, or what we think. Well, what I think anyway. So yeah, let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I shall see you for the next one. Be seeing you.